What's up, bosses? It's your girl, Andrea, and I am struggling with this Facebook thing today. I apologize. I had a screen share that I wanted to share with you, and I cannot figure out where it is on this situation. Let's see here. Hmm. I don't know, guys. Anyway, listen. All I can do is all I can do. Anyway, hey guys, it's your girl Andrea, and you are at Boss Talk Wednesday on the episode where we're going to talk about some fundamentals of developing a brand. There are three major elements that I want to share with you that I think are important. And I think they're important because a lot of times first of all, I've been having tons of conversations. Well, let's just back everything up, okay? Because we got to start at the beginning. Here's the beginning. I was doing Boss Talk Wednesdays a while ago. I used to do them live on my Facebook page and really enjoyed them. But what I discovered was I really wanted to give you all an opportunity to join the conversation and talk about real topics that are affecting our business today, things that are happening today. So I stopped and sort of regrouped. Well, now, after having done that, I've had conversations with countless number of entrepreneurs, small business owners about some of their struggles. And marketing is a big issue for people, primarily because they are unsure of a couple of things. One, how to determine and reach their target audience. Two, once they know who their target audience is, how to create content to share with them and be consistent with that content. And then three, the structure of their business and how to set it up so that it's scalable and they're able to withstand all of the things that are coming their way. Sometimes your business grows exponentially fast, and if you've not developed some of these elements and created the fundamentals of your business, you're building all of that on a house of cards. And so because of that, and then I've a little sprinkling in of the whole idea that, gosh, Andre, you know how to do a lot of stuff, and you've got all these different ideas and you taught yourself all these things. How do you do it? You need to teach people how to do that. And so what I decided to do was come in here, Boss Talk Wednesdays, and have these conversations. And so what I want to do in the future is have guests on where we're actually hearing what their struggle is or what their, praise report might be, if you will, and having a conversation based around that with a fundamental, like a baseline topic for the Wednesday. But this Wednesday, I wanted to come on and I wanted to share with you some of the, foundational elements like Boss Talk Wednesday 101 or Boss Talk 101, if you will, and talk about some of these elements because I think it's really going to help us as we move forward with our conversations. So I am not quite sure yet how to do the screen share. So I'm going to have to do this Boss Talk without the screen share because I cannot figure it out. It's weird. I used to do it and there was a way to do it, but I don't see that way now. So what do you do when that happens? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. So we're just going to push forward without the slides that I have for you today. But let's get started with these elements. There are three elements that I want to share with you that I feel are imperative for the development of a solid brand. And I'm going to go over all three of them. I'm going to tell you what the three of them are, but then I'm going to talk about one today because I think it's really important that we get a clear understanding so that we can develop these amazing brands. Okay, so let's see here. Let me see what we can do here. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about are these three elements. And the first element is your brand heritage. Now, this is really like any other heritage. You look at your mental your physical background when you go to the doctor and you determine, if you have any pre-existing conditions, anything that could have been inherited health-wise. This is the same idea with your brand heritage. So you're going to look back and you're going to determine where some of these things are that you're made up of are coming from. So you are the sum of your experiences and your influence. That's a formula, guys. So your experience, your influence plus your experiences really does equal out to be who you are. So we have to look back at that, because from that comes our personality. And our personality really determines, like, why are we doing the things that we're doing? Why are we even, why do we tolerate certain things and not tolerate others? Why are we motivated by certain things and not motivated by others? Why is it that we have non-negotiables in this area, but we are willing to really move and build on some strengths that we have in this area over here? That's all a part of who influenced you, when it was influenced, how you use that influence to make decisions and create these various experiences for yourself. So that's the first thing, brand heritage. And so you're going to look at who influenced you and experiences that you've had from that influence. So now you looked at your personality. So what is that? Like, how are you using it? What is that all about for you? So on my slide, which I really wish I could show you, I am talking about how your brand heritage and how it plays into your ability to be clear, consistent, and authentic with your brand. So in your personality, in your brand heritage, you're wrapping in your personality. Who are you? That is definitely going to play a role into your ability to be clear, consistent, and authentic. Then next, the thing I want to ask you is, what is your brand heritage formula? Who has influenced you? And what experiences have you had to make you who you are today? Okay. Now let's look at, where do you find yourself needing to manage the volume of your personality? So I haven't talked about the volume of your personality. So what that is, we can't control the actions of other people. We can only control ourselves. So that is what I call managing the volume of your personality. Once you know who you are and how you operate, those things, like I said, your likes, dislikes, non-negotiables, now you can begin to really manage your own personality in a way that enables you to work with a lot of different people whose personalities may not be like yours, but you can work with a lot of different people. Um, and so how are you, or where are you in need of change with your uh, managing of your personality? Also involved with your brand heritage are your passions. Okay. From that formula, we talked about your um, influence plus your experiences being part of your brand heritage. The question becomes, from that, what did you become passionate about? How did you get to a point where you recognize this passion you had to develop this business, to start this service, to sell this product? Is it a passion? I did a podcast interview last week, and she talked about her business did not come from the passion she had for her children, which is what was fueling her. The business came from seeing a need within an area that dealt with her kids and her passion. And so she wanted to fix that, solve that problem so that she could then really focus on the passion, which was her kid, and doing what she wanted to do for them in a more efficient way. You'll hear about that later. Make sure you're uh, subscribed to PB and Style on iTunes and Spotify. But you have to look at that passion and see, like, where is that coming from? What is that all about? What is your passion, first of all? And I have a definition that I give it, and it's that thing you can do with your eyes closed, your hands tied behind your back, out of a deep sleep, and you would do it for free. Okay, so that is the idea of your passion. So it's here where you'll find your ability to really relate to your audience. It's This all sparks from the passion you have for something. It really taps into your perspective on that specific area. It also taps in to the service that you provide as a result of the passion. So you really need to tap into that. And your brand heritage is where you're going to find those answers. It's all of that background stuff. That's how you're going to really discover how the journey that this passion has taken to find its purpose, which leads me to the next component of your brand heritage, which is your purpose. We are influenced by certain people. We have experiences based on those influences. We make decisions based on those experiences. And then guess what? That passion is formed. We know exactly what it is we want to do. We know how we want to serve. But where does it go? And this passion can take a journey to 1,000 different places before you finally land on the purpose it has in your life. That's my take on it anyway. And so your purpose is how you ultimately determine where this passion is best able to serve your tribe or your community of people. So this is where you're going to find your niche. And I know that you've heard this before. You've heard tons and tons of people, marketers alike, everybody's talking about it, where you really need to niche yourself down. We can't be broad in business. So we can't try to capture everybody. We can't sell to everybody. I can't tell you how many times I've asked someone, so, hey, so who is your target audience? Oh, I want to sell to everybody. I want everybody. Anybody and everybody that'll buy my stuff. Well, you can't do that. Well, you can do that, but it's not effective. And it doesn't create a solid foundation for your business. It is not part of this element of brand heritage. The idea of that is not no bueno. What you want to do is you want to niche yourself down so that you are a big fish in a small pond. Okay. Because when you're doing that, now you're able to share your experiences with people in a really intimate and honest and organic way. Because what you're doing is you're saying to a select group of people, I understand and identify with your challenge. I know exactly what you're going through because I've been there. I know exactly the struggle you have because I've had it. I know exactly that you need this particular help because that's what I did to solve my problem. Here's how I solved my problem. Here's why I identify with you. This was my situation. So see now that you've discovered who you are and what your likes, dislikes, and non-negotiables are, and you've been able to tap into that to really foster a passion that sprouted. Guess what? Now that passion, it might take you a while. You might do a couple different businesses, but ultimately you are going to land on the purpose for that passion. And when you do, you will be able to niche yourself down in such a way that you are servicing, it might be a small group of people, but that small group of people will be extremely loyal to you and they will share you with other people and they will identify with you in a way that makes them really want to listen to you. They want to hone in on what you're saying over everybody else because they know you relate to their issue. They know you relate to their challenge. And so this week on Boss Talk Wednesday, that is the conversation I want to have. So whether you are here live or you are coming in later on and you're looking at this later, I want you to comment below and tell me about your brand heritage. Tell me about some of your experiences that you've had as a child that sort of shaped you and how you use that experience to help you foster a passion that you've discovered. And how have you then used that passion? What was the journey it took? And do you feel like you've discovered your purpose? Have you found your small pond to serve where you can be a big fish? Those are the questions. That's the talk. That's the conversation. So make sure, if you haven't already, please join the group, BTB Boss Talk. We will be having these conversations. I hope more of you are involved. I'm going to try to grow it, build it. I know, you know, this was a short one. We didn't have much of a conversation. It was just me talking. I know I didn't find the screen share to share the slides. We'll work on that for next time. But for now, you've got your assignment. Tell me, let's have this conversation. It may not be live. It can still be in the comments. So tell me below, how have you been influenced? What passion sprouted from it? And have you found your small pond? I want to know what you are doing for your small pond. How are you this big fish now with your purpose? Leave comments below. Also, don't forget, every Wednesday, our PB and Style podcast comes out. It is over on iTunes and Spotify. If you've not subscribed to that, go ahead and do that and listen to the podcast and leave me a great review. I want to hear about what you have to say, your thoughts, comments, questions. And then for all show notes, you can go over to my website, andreapatrick.com/podcast, and you'll see all the notes, any giveaways that we're doing, and all those great fun things. So anyway, until next week when we do our next Boss Talk, I look forward to seeing your comments in the comment section.